If there is anything you must do for yourself, it's to learn how to pick the health of your hair over anything else. Once you pick the health of your hair, you will get every other thing you're looking for. Hi guys, it's Eve here, and these days I've just been getting right into the video, so we're going to do the same for this one. I always show you guys how I thread my hair using baby wool or yarn and Brazilian wool, but I don't think I've shown you guys how I thread my hair using rubber thread. So that's exactly what we're going to do today. This is the thread that I'm going to use today, and this thread I've had it for a while. It was quite tangled up. I didn't realize how tangled it was, but I knew that I've just gotten a new bunch of rubber thread. Anyway, I'm just rolling the thread around my arm. This is how we make the thread ready to use. So you have to remove it from the bunch and roll it around your arm before you're ready to start using it to thread your hair. I'll use one section to demonstrate to you guys how I thread each of the sections. This is a finished section already, so we have the other section here. I'm going to start on hair that was previously moisturized, and I'm using the moisturizing creaming souffle or creaming butter. So I usually get questions of the products that I use to thread. I try not to pour water on my hair or moisturize my hair with water before I thread, because I want the thread to work faster. And when you thread your hair when it's wet, it takes longer to dry, because you know you're binding your hair with the thread. I don't have the patience to wait that long. So I'm now combing the section after applying the product. Please make sure you comb your section very well so that you get out any tangle. You don't want the tangling to get in the way of the stretch you're trying to achieve. So after combing my hair, I'm going in with the thread and I put it at the base of my hair, as you can see, and then I started to wrap the thread around my hair. Now you can go as tight as you want or as loose as you want, but the closer you grip your hair at the roots, the more stretch you're going to get. And as we know, with kinky hair, your hair usually clumps at the root, or it becomes very matted at the root. So the aim of thread is to try and get as much stretching as you can get. So that's exactly what I'm doing here. So after I'm done with the section, I'm just going to knot the end. I knot the end twice. Rubber thread is slippery and it can come undone or loosen very fast, so I knot it twice. And this is the finished section, so I'm just going to repeat this for my entire head. And I'm also going to show you guys how I do the back for people that want to know how to thread the back of the head. If you're doing it yourself, threading the back can be quite difficult, but if you can't do it yourself, you can just ask someone around to help you. To successfully thread the back of the head, I turn my head towards my right when I'm threading the right, and I turn towards the left when I'm threading the left, and I try to keep the hair very centralized before I start wrapping the thread around it. Now you can see how close to my scalp the first wrap is, and I keep that position until I finish the section. The back can be very tricky because you're not really seeing, but trust me, practice makes perfect, and I've been doing this for a long time, so my sections always come out very neat. One question I get asked is, how long do I wear my thread for? I typically do 24 to 48 hours because the main purpose of my own thread is to stretch out my hair, usually for a protective style. I don't like to go longer because for me, this threading actually causes a little bit of pain no matter how I do it. So it just stretches my scalp and it can get uncomfortable. Imagine a roller set, sleeping in a roller set. That's how thread can get. So I just wrap it and I leave it long enough for my hair to stretch. And remember, because I don't apply water to my hair, the hair is stretched out nicely within 24 to 48 hours, and that's good enough for me. You can steal this time frame if your goal is also to stretch your hair using thread, but if you would like to use the thread as your protective style, then you can leave it in for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, as long as 4 weeks. That is how we Africans wear thread, and that's how thread has been worn for years and years before us. It's a very good protective style. Now I'm done threading my whole head. This is what my sections are looking like. I'm going to grab everything and put it into 2 ponytails like this. Now I like to wear my style like this instead of just tying everything at the back, because first off, threading is not quite the most comfortable thing to sleep in, and so I also don't like my thread to loosen. It defeats the whole purpose of doing the thread in the first place, and I don't like to go back and work on hairstyles after I'm done with them. This is another very simple way to wrap all of your sections if your hair is on the longer side, or if you made your thread sections to be longer. You don't have to do this. If you're comfortable leaving out your sections, then you just tie everything with an elastic band and then wrap with a scrunchie. You can also do that, but this is how I do mine. You can also steal my method. The reason I am doing 2 general sections on either side of my head is because I cannot summarize everything and thread towards the back for it to come out in a straight line. That would be possible if I went to a salon or I had someone somebody else do it. But when you work on your hair by yourself, one of the things you need to do is find efficient ways to get the job done in such a way that your hairstyle still comes out looking very neat. And if you need to step out wearing your hair, you can do so without needing to put on a head wrap or anything of the sort. So the threading is all done. This took me about 1.5 or 2 hours, and I wore it for 2 days. And now it's time to take it down. The takedown process is very simple. You just loosen your thread. I'm using a rat tail comb to take out the ends, and then I'm going to unravel everything and then loosen the sections one by one. I'm doing a trim as well today. I've not gotten a trim, I think, since the whole of this year, so I'm going to do a trim as well. So for my trim, I started by applying some oil on my scalp. I needed some relief from the tension of that thread on my scalp, so I applied some oil to the partings on my scalp before I started to loosen the sections. Now let's talk about the trimming. The trimming was the most important part of this process for me. My hair was in desperate need of a trim. As you can see, by the time I'm combing my hair here, the comb can't even pass at the ends of my hair. That's why you know you need a trim. My hair had also been breaking incessantly, and I just knew that I needed to let go of those ends I was hanging on to because of length. So at this point, I didn't even mind the length. I went ahead and I cut off what I needed to cut off at the end. I cut off my hair, or I trimmed my hair 3 times. I trimmed when I was combing out the sections. I trimmed when I had twisted the sections like this. Thus, I took off the excess at the end of the twist. And the last time that I trimmed for this session was when I finished my protective style. So I'm just going to repeat this process for all of my sections. Now, doing the back and the middle part of your hair can be quite tricky, but I'll show you guys how I got around to doing all that. And that's about it. I was done with this, and by the time I was done, my hair felt so much better. I could tell the difference between the ends that I trimmed off and the rest of my head. And when I was able to get around to doing my protective style, and I just like the way that my hair felt healthier. This is your sign that if you are holding on to the ends of your hair because they're adding length to your hair, you need to let that length go. Trust me, you're going to get your hair back, and it's going to look much healthier than it did with those dead ends hanging. The dead ends also add to length, but they also make your hair tangled, and they just make your hair cut and break so much, because by the time you comb and you're having difficulty combing through the entire section, your hair is just going to break more than it needs to, and that's it. For this video, guys, everybody go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and the bell beside so you'll be notified whenever I post new content. My returning subscribers, thank you for joining me for yet another video. I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.